Shalom, תלמידים ותלמידות לעברית. Hello, Hebrew students. Today we are going to continue learning a couple more letters, and those are the new letters that can be found in the phrase Ma Shimcha. Ma Shimcha, which means, what is your name? In the masculine. The feminine is fairly similar, but pronounced a little bit different. As you can see, we have only two new letters here, and we'll talk about them. But first, let's try to just read this little dialogue, okay? So you already know this word. Shalom. Shmi. She. Me. Shimi is a Hebrew name. It's short for Shimon, which is the same as Simon. Okay, so Ma. Ma. See, I don't even hear this letter here. We'll talk about it. So Ma. What? Okay. Shimcha. Shimcha. Okay. So the final syllable there is a little bit hard to pronounce for English speaker, but we'll practice and we'll succeed. So Shimcha means your name in the masculine. When you are speaking to a masculine identified person, wait a minute, let's hear the answer, okay? So, you know this one, Shmi, Shmi, Ya, okay, you, there's a consonant. Yam, Shmi Yam. It's a name. Okay, so only two letters with a couple of variations. So let's start from the beginning with the hey, which is very, very easy. As you can see, it is actually written and read in print and script quite similarly. So just take a look. Okay, so sometimes it looks like a little half, kind of a, like a open triangular of sorts. And then a little vertical line here, or in the script, it can look, you know, like these two shapes, one inside another, whichever way you look at it, fairly simple. The one thing to know about the hey is that, as we could already see, many times it actually will be silent letter. So we won't even hear it, but we will have to write it and identify it in reading. So typically, it will come at the end of a word, always, if it's silent, it's almost always at the end of the word. Typically makes the sound of ah, but sometimes also a, and sometimes also o. You will see a couple of examples for that. A very typical feminine suffix, as in talmida, a female student, or mora, a female teacher, mora. Aval, also more, a male teacher. So, but also in words like ma, a question word that we've just learned today, what, כן? כמו מה שמך, okay? When the hey is pronounced, it sounds a little bit like an H in the word hey, for example, so just like a little air coming out. So for example, in this word, which is nice and useful, ha-yom, hayom, today, then hayom, 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 אנחנו, we, אנחנו לומדים עברית, כן? We study Hebrew today, okay? And also, hi, Yeah, so in Hebrew, we do have the Hebrew word shalom, but sometimes and many times we will just say hi, which is kind of universal. Okay. So the second letter that we will learn is the kaf. And what's nice about the kaf that is also kind of read and written in fairly similar way. And it also one of those letters that are reminiscent of an object in real life that start with a letter. And this is the kaf. Kaf means also a spoon in Hebrew. So kaf. And also, if you look at this one, it's kaf yad. So kaf is also the palm of your hand. Kaf yad. Yad is the hand and the kaf. So easy maybe to think about it or to remember it through those images. And as you see, we have again a kind of a little variation with a dot. This time it's the dot that comes inside the letter. We have 3 letters like that. And that is a stress dot that is called the gesh. And it changes the pronunciation, and with the dot inside, with the stress, the pronunciation is ka. For example, like in the word ka, cha, which is a nice little word in Hebrew, just meaning like something like just so. So I don't know if I ask my my niece, למה את לא אוכלת? Why don't you eat? ככה. ככה. She doesn't have an answer, כן? ככה. Then also ki. Look at the kaf with the yud and with a little chirik dot under it, pronounces ki, which means because, but not because as in because just so, but because, כן? כי אני אוהבת עברית. למה את לומדת עברית? כי אני אוהבת עברית. Why do you study Hebrew? כי, because I like Hebrew. אני אוהבת עברית. Okay, so ככה וכי. And but again, but the kaf without the dot makes the sound of a cha that we encountered in mashimcha. So here we see it also in kacha, okay? We see it in the word ko, have, the word for star. And we see it in the second person suffixes, for example, in shimcha, shmech, where we have a final chaf, which will almost always will be pronounced cha. A little bit hard to pronounce. So that's kind of letting the back part of your tongue almost touch your upper inner mouth and trying to pass air through it. So ha, ha. That's something we can kind of practice in class, and if it's still hard, we'll figure out some strategies to overcome it. So as you've seen, we have the chaf sofit in mashimcha, and here it's like a little handle, which is a little bit longer. Okay, and the writing is slightly different. So it's just as if you would kind of start doing the regular half and then add this little handle going down. That's the best. So you notice a lot of those final forms have this little something kind of a little tail or a handle kind of closing the word. So let's start to read again. Shalom, shalom, a word you know. Shmi, she, me. Ma, Shim, ha. Shmi, mo. Mo, it's a mem with a dot over it, so it's mo. She. So there's 3 dots under the letters, make the sound of an E. We'll highlight it in a second. And you can see here a silent hey, silent letter hey, with the sound of an E. Moshe, it's like Moses. It's the Hebrew name for Moses and a kind of common Hebrew name. So Shmi Moshe. Okay. And as promised, let's kind of highlight and look at the new vowel that we've learned. And this is the A sound, A, like in the E in pen, okay? And we've seen the 3 dots under the letter, like in Moshe. And same pronunciation if you have 2 dots under the letter. So both of those will make an A sound. Okay, so let's kind of very quickly look at those words and try to read them. So we already know this name, okay? Mo, she. And she, mesh, shemesh. You remember, shemesh is the word for sun, okay? Shem, 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 a name, okay? And mech, mech. Can you guess what it means? Maybe yes. So this is the feminine version of your name. So if I'm talking to someone identifying as a female, I will ask them, mashmech, mashmech, right? Okay. And let's go and do some more reading. So shalom, shmi, shlo, mo. Okay, shlo, mo. And a hey comes again silent. Ma, mech. Ma, shmech. Shmi, li, lach, li lach, which is a name after the flower, lilac. Lilach is lilac. Etc. Okay, so we practiced a lot of reading today, and let's do some writing. So let's write the question, מה שמך? בסדר? So we'll start with ma. So we're doing a mem, which looks exactly like a capital N. Okay. And then a hey. What's this middle? And this, ma. And when I write, I don't need to add the vowel signs, only the letters that appear inside the word, if at all. And then she, she, and then the mem again. Shim. And the chaf, so fit. Okay, shim, cha, shim, cha. Okay. Question mark. Ma shimcha. So we learn to read and write ma shimcha. And thank you very much. תודה, שלום, ולהתראות.